Okay, the next speaker and also a recent board member at the OpenAirInterface Software Alliance board is Malay for NI. We have been working with, OpenAirInterface has been working with NI for a very, very long time. But now, Malay is going to speak about how this partnership is expected to go to the next level. Malay, please.
All right. Thank you, Irfan. Maybe I just start off to say that hope to all my American friends. Hope you all had a chance to get out and vote. Yeah, hope you guys had a chance to get out and vote. But kind of coming back to the partnership with OAI, as Irfan mentioned, we had a very long unofficial partnership, and from last year we are very happy to join OAI strategic member because it's the right kind of time where a lot of things are coming together, and I think it's very clear that as we move along, the wireless space has become more of an ecosystem play, right? Rather than something just in the hands of maybe like the top infrastructure providers or the top handset makers. And NI is a test and measurement company, but test and measurement itself is also changing very quickly, right? As technology change, and so it makes sense. We see for us to make sense to kind of get involved early. And one of the best ways that we see we can get involved early is to work with open ecosystems such as OAI through our software-defined radio platform. Right. The NI's kind of dabble in research.
Oops, sorry. Just get this one.
Thank you. Yeah. So, and I've been working with researchers through the USRP software-defined radio platform, right? And the vision for wireless research, it covers many different areas, right? And even among this room, we have so many different people kind of focusing on different areas of wireless research, right? We have people from Linux, from Open RAN, from up the stack, down the stack, and this kind of open ecosystem is a great place for everybody to come together. So when we look at this whole kind of breadth of things, and how we want to move forward, we kind of identified maybe 3 or 4 areas where we think, there are interests, there are new technologies being developed that, can be supported with our software-defined radio platform, right? And so, we can kind of divide them into 3 pillars. We have people looking at new spectrum, sub-terahertz. It's kind of funny because, we haven't really kind of gotten millimeter wave working yet, but, we're still thinking further, and that's our job, right? As researchers kind of look further beyond what we're trying to make work now. So sub-terahertz, and then to some extent, even FR3. And then, there are technologies that are driven by applications such as non-terrestrial networks, right? These are, these were all in some sense fantasy, previously, but now we see kind of getting more and more real, with Apple kind of using it for their SOS program, but everyone can kind of see that it can go beyond that, and we've had few talks on it before as well from this forum. And then integrated sensing and communication, I think that's kind of a no-brainer in the sense that, now the wireless networks are all driven by applications beyond communication, right? It's not just about like more data or, uh, higher throughput and things like that. Now we're looking at applications around positioning, around AR, VR, and so all of that requires some level of sensing. And so what does that entail? Does that mean new waveform? How do you get a radio to do both, right? And this is where software-defined radio is a really good fit because even throughout history, half our users use software-defined radio for radar research, and half our users use it for communication, right? So we have a natural fit there. And moving to optimization with MIMO, high channel counts, and from our 5G days, some of you might know we had kind of some of the pioneering technology for 5G massive MIMO signal processing, and software-defined radio with natural signal processing capability at the edge, as well as up the stack. We were kind of able to build some of the early systems, and the kind of newest, newest for wireless, but something that's permeated almost all aspects of research is how do we use ML or AI to optimize different functions within the network, whether it's the network at the orchestration level or even at the physical layer level, right? Like each of the signal processing blocks, how can we get them to do better? And we have like collaborations in each of these areas, and some of them are here in this room. We've worked with Professor Kaushik Chaudhary on the MLP, and we are very excited to see where that's going. And he's done some really great work in using for creating universal data sets, right? That's a big part of using ML for communication, right? You need to train your algorithms, and for that you need these data sets. So a lot of exciting stuff going on in all these areas, and as well as others that you've seen. 3 minutes. Okay. So how do we start? How do we support all this, right? So we're starting off by sharing kind of a blueprint of how to get OAI set up on a USRP, right? So we're going to be releasing this blueprint later this month, and we also have a webinar where we have Neil Pandya, who I think many of you will know in the room, and he'll be he'll be doing a video demonstration of how to set this up. And so we're very excited to kind of make this whole thing official with OAI, right? And so this is kind of going to be our starting point, and then we hope to see people building on top of this stuff. So it's going to come with the exact blueprint, the hardware that you need, the exact driver, pieces of software, the software versions, and then other accessories that you need to set it up. Right? And this, can then lead to research in a lot of the other areas that we talked about. The other kind of thing I will talk about is a new product that we'll be releasing in the middle of next year. And we listened to a lot of feedback that was there from many of you guys about getting more bandwidth, right? And probably a higher channel count for MIMO type applications. And so we are releasing a baseband version of the X410, right? And so this has kind of exposes the full 8 channels from the RF stock from Xilinx and allows for a gigahertz of bandwidth, right? And it also comes with all the nice bells and whistles that the USB driver provides, right? And so I think that's going to be, I would say, the big differentiator for this kind of product, right? It's I think from a hardware perspective, there are many other stuff, other options, but from a software standpoint, it's nice to have something that works with USB and source streaming right in the box. Now, one of the main use cases that we want to target with this is millimeter wave, right? And so that's another key area of collaboration along, working with OAI, working with Florian to get this stuff up and running. But, from a research perspective, that's some of the hard problems that we are hoping to solve, right? And kind of adding the complexity of ORAN in the whole mix, but we do see FR2 has been one of the key areas that we want to drive forward, and make sure, and make sure 5G and beyond 5G also move forward, right? Like, to be very honest, we haven't really been able to do that with FR2 yet. So this box itself is baseline, right? So how do we get to millimeter wave? We actually have partnered with a company called Tech, and I want to call them out. They're also in this room with us, and they've created some excellent pieces of hardware for up and down conversions, and also for beamforming with fast beamform control. So that can be kind of plugged in front of the USRP, and now we have USRP, the frequency range extended to millimeter wave, FR2, and then they have other up and down converters on the roadmap to reach probably some of the other frequency bands that we want. Right. So this, the SDR platform with the up and down converter stuff kind of provides a good overview of like a good complete platform that can tackle many of the challenges that we see researchers will need to tackle for 6G, right? And then in interest of time, I'm just going to flash up the slide here, and I'll get for some of the new features that we have in UHP that kind of makes this whole platform up and running. And for more details, please come and reach out to us. We have Neil here, who's our expert. So come and see us, and we'll have a demo up and running tomorrow. So please come and talk to us. Thank you.
Thank you, Malay.